Welcome to a brand new deep dive. Today, we're unearthing a truly fascinating stack of sources.
Yes, it promises not just unique insights, but I think a really profound perspective on what many of us might be feeling right now.
Absolutely. So what do we got?
We've been given excerpts from a YouTube video transcript. It's titled, Agosto tras algo gigante. Aviso de Avalon dos Andromelanos from the channel SOU LUZ Divina.
Okay.
And this material, it's presented as a direct message from Avalon of Andromeda. It sort of fits into that stream of what you might call galactic spiritual guidance or ascension teachings.
Right, the ascension material. And it offers revelations for your awakening and ascension. Is that the phrase?
That's the one, yeah.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our mission for this deep dive is basically to distill the core messages, the guidance within this source.
Right.
We want to help you understand the specific perspectives shared here, about upcoming energies, personal transformation, the collective journey.
Especially that idea of a significant cosmic alignment, what it means for us individually and for the planet.
Exactly. Now, as I was reviewing this source, one thing really jumped out at me: the focus on August.
Yes.
Specifically, this potent portal on August 8th, the Lionsgate portal, right?
That's what it's often called, yes.
All right.
Tied to Sirius, that celestial alignment. It's presented here as a really significant energetic gateway.
So how does this source describe its significance? What's the specific take here?
Well, the core idea isn't just, general self-improvement for August. It's framed almost like a cosmic deadline, or maybe a last major window for purification, both personal and planetary.
A final opportunity.
That's how Avalon puts it. A tremendous opportunity for final liberation and transformation. The energies are apparently elevating to help cut the last cords and triggers that don't serve us anymore.
Cords and triggers. Okay.
And they call it one of the last great opportunities for purification before the coming shift, often termed the event.
The event, we hear that term a lot in these circles.
We do.
Yeah.
And the August 8th portal is said to just magnify this whole process, bathing the Earth in light codes.
Light codes, like high-frequency energy patterns carrying information.
Essentially, yes. Divine information designed to target and cleanse whatever is misaligned with your highest vibration.
Okay, so it's about a final global purge of fragmented, unwanted energies. That sounds, pretty intense.
It does sound intense.
Can you elaborate on what that purification might actually feel like for someone? Is it just emotions bubbling up, or?
It definitely seems to go beyond just feelings, though that's a big part.
Mm-hmm.
The source suggests you might see old emotions, sure, but also memories, maybe even deep fears resurfacing in your daily life.
Okay.
But crucially, it says this isn't a sign something's wrong. It's a profound opportunity for cleansing.
Right, an opportunity.
It talks about getting rid of residue from past cycles,
right.
Outdated beliefs, lingering wounds, and these energetic cords that have fragmented your life.
Energetic cords, like unseen attachments from old relationships or experiences, maybe?
Exactly. Things that might be subtly draining your energy or, holding you back from feeling whole. The idea is you're being prepared on all levels: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, for the next phase.
The next phase of ascension.
Yes.
And this means old timelines, unresolved patterns, even stuff from childhood could come up.
That's what it suggests. A natural surfacing of what no longer serves you.
Meant to catalyze growth, like you said, not to punish. It sounds like a really deep, maybe unavoidable clearing process.
Precisely. Designed to bring up whatever needs to be seen, felt, and ultimately let go of.
So, okay, if these deep patterns and old wounds are surfacing, the big question then becomes, how do we actually handle that?
Yep.
What's the recommended way to deal with these uncomfortable things coming up?
Yeah, that's key. And the guidance here is quite clear. Don't resist it.
Don't resist. Easier said than done sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely. But the advice is to welcome it with compassion and curiosity. Acknowledge the feeling, however uncomfortable it is. Allow yourself to actually feel it fully without trying to suppress it.
Feel it fully.
Because, as the message says, resistance only traps the pain, while acceptance sets the energy into motion for resolution. Every shadow, every difficult thing emerging is doing so to be embraced by your love and ultimately return to the light.
Embraced by love, okay? It's about being present with it all.
That's the core message, yeah. Be present.
Given all this talk about intense purification, transformation, it could sound pretty overwhelming, couldn't it?
Definitely.
So how does the source kind of bring it down to earth? Does it offer practical tools, maybe routines to help navigate this?
It does, actually. It offers what it calls a sacred preparation.
Sacred preparation, okay. Like what?
It recommends a practice of daily reflection, maybe in the evening or just in quiet moments. You can ask yourself simple questions like, how have I grown today? What have I learned? How can I best serve the divine plan tomorrow?
Ah, okay. Simple questions, but profound.
Exactly. This consistent practice helps you consolidate the emerging lessons, it says, and just brings more awareness to your own transformation, makes it more conscious.
That makes sense. A good way to integrate it all. I also remember the source used a really vivid analogy for this process. The lake one.
Oh yes, the lake analogy. It compares this accelerated evolution of consciousness, which it says is happening at an unprecedented speed, like centuries of growth in just years.
Wow, centuries and years.
It compares that to a storm churning the mud of a lake.
Right. The water gets murky during the storm.
Exactly. But after the storm passes, the lake becomes clearer than ever. So these current disturbances, the emotional stuff, the challenges, they're seen as stirring up and clearing out the old densities.
To make way for clarity and light. So maybe that sudden irritability I felt yesterday, or that weird dream, that's the mud churning.
That could be one way to look at it, yes. The energy needing to be acknowledged and moved.
Oh, okay. So as these old energies get stirred up and hopefully cleared, what new energies does the source say are coming in at the same time?
Good question. Simultaneously, it says there are new waves of high-frequency light descending.
More light codes.
Seems like it. Carrying what it calls the creator's intention that truth be revealed.
Truth revealed, is that external truth or internal?
It sounds like mostly internal. About the authentic core of who you are. The part that might be buried under years of conditioning or fear starting to emerge into your conscious awareness.
Ah, okay.
And there's also this mention of an immense amplification of love happening planet-wide. An eighth higher octave of love.
Eighth higher octave. What does that even mean? Sounds intense.
It suggests a frequency of love far beyond our usual understanding, like a supercharged, all-encompassing compassion for yourself, for others, and it's meant to dissolve fear-based perspectives.
So love actively dissolving fear. That sounds like a profoundly internal shift then. Is it mainly psychological or more energetic?
The source presents it as both, really. These intense inner transfigurations are happening as old habits, self-limiting beliefs, buried emotional wounds. They're all being brought to the surface for healing.
So you might find yourself confronting patterns you thought you'd dealt with, or feeling old pains again.
That's exactly what it suggests, a deep, deep recalibration.
It sounds quite challenging, almost like shedding skin maybe. It could be emotional.
It definitely can be challenging. The source acknowledges that. It says, as you remove each layer of the old, you may experience a sense of grief or nostalgia for the person you used to be.
Grief for the old self. I can see that.
But it's also apparently accompanied by surges of joy, relief, or excitement, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, leaving behind the cocoon that was its whole world.
Ah, the butterfly analogy. So there's liberation alongside the release.
That's the idea, profound liberation.
Okay, so with all these intense energies swirling, old stuff surfacing, new light descending,
Yeah.
what practical guidance does the source give to help us stay, centered and powered through it all?
Yeah, it offers several key areas to focus on. First one is about challenges.
Okay.
Viewing difficult experiences not as punishment, but as chances to heal and evolve. Shifting your mindset from, why is this happening to me, to, what's the lesson or gift for me here?
Ah, the reframe. That's powerful, isn't it?
It really is. It helps you become, as it puts it, like the phoenix, rising from the ashes of the old into a higher state of being.
The phoenix. Okay. Can you give a quick example of how that reframing might work day to day?
Sure. So instead of getting really down about, say, a setback at work, you might ask, okay, what is this situation teaching me about resilience? Or maybe patience.
Or if a relationship feels tough.
Yeah, what old pattern inside me is this interaction bringing up?
Yeah.
What can I heal now? It puts the power back in your hands.
Makes sense. What's the next piece of guidance?
Number 2 is align with your soul's divine plan. Recognizing that your soul, your higher self, actually has a plan.
Okay. How do you do that?
In quiet moments, it suggests you can literally invite your soul to reveal the next step of your journey. Like,
Okay.
listen to your intuition, look for signs.
Signs like synchronicities, seeing repeating numbers, things like that.
Could be, yeah. Or unexpected opportunities popping up, even just strong gut feelings, those internal nudges guiding you. The goal is for your conscious will and your soul's will to become one, for the highest good.
Actively listening to that inner guidance. Got it. What else?
Third, mindset is key. Your mentality plays a pivotal role in creating your reality.
Okay. The power of intent.
Exactly. If you expect life to be a struggle, well, the source suggests it probably will be. But if you consciously set a clear intention for softness and clarity, you open the door to a more fluid journey, learning through love and grace, not just hardship.
Can you give an example of setting that intention for softness and clarity?
Sure. Like maybe you're facing a really busy, potentially stressful day. Instead of just bracing for impact, you could take a moment and consciously think or say, I intend for my day to unfold with ease and clarity.
Just setting that tone.
Yeah, it subtly shifts your energy, your receptivity, allows you to maybe notice and attract more fluid outcomes.
Yeah.
It's about conscious creation.
Interesting. Okay, what's number 4?
Fourth is replenish with pure light. This is important because with all the dense energy surfacing, you need to actively recharge.
Like energetic self-care.
Precisely. Make replenishing with pure light and higher vibrations a regular habit. It suggests visualizing sacred light, washing away stress, or imagining yourself rising above all the collective fear and confusion, just breathing freely in that light.
Is there a specific technique given, or just visualization?
It mostly emphasizes visualization, just imagining yourself immersed in brilliant, sacred light, letting it cleanse and strengthen your energy field. It's about conscious energy management, really.
Okay, makes sense. And the last one?
Number 5, express your authentic self. This is a big one. It says there's no longer any need to hide your light out of fear.
Be yourself, basically.
Yes, but actively. You're encouraged to express the divine truth within you openly and with love. Whether that's sharing your unique gifts, finally following your heart's true mission, or just being radically honest about who you are.
And this self-expression, the source implies it's actually part of the bigger shift.
Absolutely. It's not just for your own fulfillment. Your authentic expression directly contributes to raising the collective consciousness. It helps birth a magnificent new reality for humanity simply by radiating that higher, truer frequency.
Wow, that connects the personal right back to the collective, doesn't it?
It really does.
Which leads perfectly to the next big question. Connecting all this personal transformation to the bigger picture, what is the grand galactic perspective on everything happening on Earth right now, according to this source?
Yeah, zooming out from this broader galactic perspective, the transformation happening here is described as truly extraordinary. Earth is seen as a planet in full rebirth.
A planet in rebirth.
Where love and fear are basically coming to a head. A climax of resolution. All the noise of fear we see. Conflicts, division, chaos. It's viewed as a final manifestation of that fear energy. Like a final purge, but on a collective scale.
A final purge, but the source is pretty clear about the outcome, right? Despite the chaos?
Oh, absolutely clear. It asserts flat out the impulse of ascension cannot be stopped.
Cannot be stopped.
The light has already tilted the cosmic scales, it says. Humanity's collective trajectory towards the 5th dimension is assured.
The 5th dimension. Just to clarify for listeners, that's usually understood as a higher state of consciousness, right? Like characterized by love, unity, peace, beyond our normal perception of time and space.
That's the general idea, yes. A higher vibrational state of being. And while individuals still have free will, they can choose their own pace in this shift. The source says all are being actively uplifted by the divine current toward a higher octave of being.
Uplifted by the current. I like that. It also mentions something about two realities coexisting for a while.
Yes, it did. It suggests that for a time, it might seem like two realities coexist side by side. One defined by chaos and fear, the other by peace and love.
So some people might be deep in the turmoil, while others are already feeling that higher state.
That's the implication. However, it also states that the higher timeline of love, unity, and peace is destined to absorb and transcend the lower timeline of fear.
So the higher one eventually wins out, essentially.
Which is the promise. And the advice is clear. Align now with this higher reality through your intentions, attitudes, and actions. Basically, live as if the new Earth is already here.
Live as if. Okay. Now, considering these massive, profound changes, the next really crucial point the source makes is about our role, our listener's role. What is our indispensable part in all this?
Yeah, it addresses the listener directly. You, the starseeds, the lightworkers, and awakened souls, it says you have a crucial role.
Starseeds, lightworkers. Terms for souls who feel they came here specifically for this time.
Often, yes. The source suggests that at a soul level, you knew this life would place you on the front lines of a planetary awakening. You actually volunteered to be here now as pillars of light, helping to anchor these higher frequencies onto the Earth.
Pillars of light. And our efforts, our individual work, it's genuinely making a difference in this grand plan.
According to this source, absolutely yes. Every healing you enact, every act of love or courage sends ripples through the collective consciousness, lighting the path for others.
Wow, ripples.
It paints this picture of Earth being surrounded by a brilliant grid of light, woven by the energy of millions of awakened souls like you. And this grid is apparently reinforced by legions of galactic and angelic beings.
So we're not alone in this.
Not at all. Your presence is profoundly important, it says. Your light is helping to birth a magnificent new reality for humanity.
That's quite awe-inspiring, isn't it? To think of it on that scale. The source even mentions galactic councils being in awe of what's happening here.
It does. They apparently see this as an accelerated evolution happening in decades, not millennia or eras, which is attracting immense support and attention from across the cosmos.
So Earth's ascension isn't just about us. It affects the whole galaxy.
That's the perspective here. It sends waves of positive evolution throughout the galaxy, making what happens here incredibly significant.
Okay, so as we start to wrap up this deep dive, let's bring it all back home, back to you, the listener. What's the ultimate takeaway from this really powerful message?
I think the core urging from Avalon is to embrace hope and confidence in the unfolding divine plan.
Hope and confidence, even with the challenges.
Especially with the challenges. They're described as the birthing pains of a new world. And you know the saying, it is always darkest before the dawn.
Right.
The message is, a glorious dawn is coming for humanity.
So you're encouraged to hold on to that inner light, hold on to your vision of a healed world, even when things feel really turbulent outside or inside.
Exactly. And to remember, you are very close to a collective breakthrough, with apparently the entire company of heaven cheering you on.
The entire company of heaven, that's quite a support team. What's really striking to me, looking back at this source, is that connection. The intense personal transformation it describes, woven so tightly into this grand cosmic destiny. And yet, alongside that huge scale, you get this really practical, actionable guidance for individuals. It paints a picture where your inner work, your personal healing and growth, directly contributes to this galactic level evolution.
It really does. And I think this deep dive kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it? If our inner transformation truly ripples out to impact the entire galaxy, then what small, courageous act of truth, or maybe unconditional love, what one thing can you choose to embody today, right now, knowing that it contributes in its own way to this glorious dawn for everyone?